trailers, but then know that the footage that was recorded is still 1986 footage, so it looks very desaturated, grained. It looks like an amorphous blob of horrific nightmares that are sailing through the sky like some ethereal Cthulhu-esque horror that creeps its way across the sky. It was so thick, it literally blotted out the sun for a great deal of time for the initially very excited and then it was not a harmless event at all, and it actually resulted in casualties. Two fishermen, Raymond and Bernard, who had gone out September 26th, were reported missing by their families on the day of the event. Rescuers spotted their boat was anchored, but they searched for the two fishermen in an area that was described as being an asteroid field of balloons, because once they go up, they must come down, and they came down not over the Lake Erie, which is a very, very big lake. It would have been just as bad for them to go out there. No, it circled back around and then rained down on the entire sweeping area of about several hundred, maybe even thousands of acres of land where these were found. Unfortunately, the two fishermen, their bodies washed ashore, and the Coast Guard suspended its search on September 29th. The amount of damage that was caused is unknown, but United Way settled a brief from a lawsuit for the fishermen's family for $3.2 million. However, the actual cost of how much it took to clean up everything, the time it took, is unknown. And even to this day, you can still find balloons strewn about the greater Cleveland area.
So insane.
It is.
While you were doing that, I also looked up the video. It literally looks like what they make CGI, like villains and monsters and stuff look like now. Yeah. The way when they initially released it, the way it was buildings, like a skyscraper, and the balloons are just.
Yeah.
And it has the aesthetic of a terrifying calamity that's happening.
Yeah, it's CG artists wish they could have done it like that. It is truly terrifying. The scale of it just, you cannot comprehend. You have to watch the video. My description of it is justice.
So I know it was a different time. It's not even that different of a time. This happened in 1986, almost 40 years ago, I guess.
Yeah.
Not a single person heard this plan and was like, where are the balloons gonna go?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. No one thought about where all of that shit would end up.
Sounds like it would look really cool, but then when do the balloons just float off into space? Or yeah, they'll just keep going into space. Be fine.
Yeah.
I can't believe no one had that thought.
Yeah, it is insane.
You guys want to try to beat the record?
1.500001 million balloons. We'll do it over the ocean. No one cares about the ocean.
Let's do 10 times as much. 10 million balloons.
Yeah.
I also like that they were all filled by hand. There's videos of people just sitting under an unbelievable mass of balloons trapped in the world's largest net, just filling them, tying them, and then letting them go, and hoping that they float straight up into the net of balloons.
And all for the sake of, like, they sold the balloons at $1 per balloon for charity. So at the end of this, they were only hoping to raise, like, at most, minus all of the costs of getting it to actually happen. Like,
it's like $1.25 million.
Yeah.
I don't even know how much balloons cost. It might be less than $1 million they raised with all the costs of coordinating.
Oh, it was even less. Sorry, it was $1 for 2 balloons.
Oh no, man! Their total revenue before subtracting costs and stuff was $750,000 for this.
Yep.
That is just not even worth it to begin with.
Yep. It took 6 months to prepare.
A more efficient way to raise
6 months.
I'm looking at the Wikipedia article for it, and I like how they say, but the balloon drifted back over the city. Like, oh yeah, it would have been fine if they landed somewhere else. Oh man, if only they landed on like the woods, they landed on harmless woodland creatures or something.
Well, you know what they did? Before they started, they all started the wind guys to take those balloons over to Michigan and torture those idiots.
Yeah. It's funny because not only did the airport have to shut down the runway for half an hour, were also car crashes reported as, quote, drivers swerved to avoid slow motion blizzards of multicolored orbs or took their eyes off the road to gawk at the overhead spectacle.
This is it. There was a guy that was standing around who got covered in like the balloon debris, and he became whale debris guy.
He just was waiting for
This
this
was an awakening.
You know, I'll never relive the glory of those whale days.
The only way that this may have been worse is if they literally brought in the National Guard to aim all their AA guns and any weapon they had up at the skies. Like, let the balloons have their fun. After 10 minutes, take them down.
Nothing better than firing bullets up into the air. Surely they won't land anywhere else.
Can't have balloons up there. We gotta shoot those boys back out of the sky after everyone's had their moment.
1.4 million balloons and 3 million bullets because we didn't have the best sharpshooters.
Oh yeah, well you kind of just spray up there and hope you hit some.
That's what I do anyway.
It's a beautiful event.
I already knew that this happened, but every time I think about it, I'm still really flabbergasted. The consequences that happen are so painfully obvious.
You think?
I love the idea that they're actually just Ohio State fans trying to punish Michigan, and they're like, oh wait, and then the balloons come straight down. Oh no!
Yeah, that's a pretty dumb mistake. Yeah. That's a bad failure.
I do gotta say, shout out to Wikipedia and Ben's Journal for helping me find my article. I don't know how sourced it works, but I found all of mine from The Art of the Fail, the 11 worst failures in history. This last one is a story you're all familiar with. I called it Shit Where's the Key. But everybody knows the story of the Titanic, right?
Sure.
Big boat, unsinkable, pit iceberg, sink.
Leonardo DiCaprio died. That door was not big.
So one of the theories as to what went wrong, and it's not just a theory, there's like factual evidence supporting it. It might not have made the biggest difference, but it also could have. The two guys in the crow's nest did not have access to binoculars to help them look for icebergs. And one of the reasons for that was originally there was a man named David Blair who was hired to be one of the men in the crow's nest. And a couple of days before the Titanic was going to set sail, they actually replaced him and the other dude. They got some other guys in that apparently had more experience. And they're like, okay, these guys have been on big ships before. They got more experience. We're gonna put them in there. And David was kind of sad. He wrote a postcard to his sister-in-law, like, "Oh man, I was really excited to be on the Titanic, but now I'm not gonna get to do it. But that's okay." The problem is, David here, also called Davy, good old Davy, had a key to a box in the crow's nest where the binoculars were stored. And Davy did not give the key back. He forgot, and he took the key with him. So the dudes in the crow's nest trying to find binoculars, couldn't find any, and also didn't have a key to that locked box that who knows what the hell was in there. Turns out that's where those binoculars were. That key's actually on display now, and it's well known as being the key that could have saved the Titanic.
Wait, so that guy survived, and then like in the lifeboat was like,
He wasn't on it. They demoted him, and he was no longer on the boat at all.
good pussy.
Yeah.
That's not great.
On April 9th, he left the Titanic with the key, and I think the boat set sail April 14th or something. I don't know exactly when it started the voyage. He was not on the boat. His postcard to his sister, he wrote, "This is a magnificent ship. I feel very disappointed I'm not to make her first voyage." And yeah.